Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is Saturday. And of course, we are back with another segment of building a clear online presence. I'm your host, Ebony Rose. I'm a social media consultant and strategist. And we have been talking every day on different topics on how to build a clearer online presence so that you are understood, people know what you're doing, people know what you're all about. And we are on day 14. And I have been doing this since March 1st for this topic. I did go live last month and we talked about how to show up for your business. So if you want to check that playlist out, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and check out that playlist. And before I get started, please make sure you like and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified anytime that I go live, anytime that I post a video, so you don't miss out. Okay, so yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? Noise, social media noise. I think that was the topic of yesterday's video. And today we are going to talk about why consistency alone is not enough, right? Now, I have been hyping up the word consistency, hyping up, being dedicated and being consistent and all of that, right? We've talked about this. Like, if you all have been following every single video that I have been doing, like I am all about consistency, dedication, commitment, execution, all of that, right? So you're probably like, what? Being consistent isn't enough. She just said in her other videos that we need to be consistent. That's the word of the year, blah, 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 right? Yes, yes. Don't get me wrong. Being consistent is still necessary, right? Consistency matters, but clarity matters more, right? So what do I mean by that? You could be consistent and still not be clear in your message, right? So we need to combine the two. We need to marry them together, right? You need to be consistent and you also need to be clear about your message, okay? Because that's what's going to keep people coming back to your page, right? So, and that's the topic for the month. We're talking about building a more clear online presence. So consistency matters, okay? Do not take anything away from this video that's saying, oh, we don't need to be consistent. No. If anything, take away from this video that you need to be consistent and your message needs to be clear. Clarity matters also, right? Posting regularly without direction leads to confusion, right? And we've been talking about this. We have been talking about this since we started this segment, this whole topic. Posting regularly is good. It gets you in the habit of posting consistently and, just getting into that muscle and getting into that flow. But posting regularly without any direction leads to confusion because then you're gonna be pulling at straws like, what should I post today, or what should I post this week? I don't know what to talk about, because you're just trying to post to post. You're not posting for like results. You're not posting with purpose and intention. So you have to keep that in mind. Repetition of a clear message will build clear understanding. And that is why I have been repeating things in my videos, because repetition of a clear message builds understanding. If you keep saying the same thing, just in different ways, it's going to become more clear to people. It's going to stick in their minds. They're going to say, I need to be consistent, but I also need to make sure that my audience is clear on what I'm saying. I can't talk around them. I can't beat around the bush. I can't use all of these examples. I need to be clear. I need to be straight to the point. I need to get my message out. I can't take too long. I can't have too many things going on that's going to, distract them. I have to be very, very intentional about grabbing their attention, keeping their attention, and keeping them coming back. That is the goal that we want, right? We need to be repetitive. It's not bad. I did a segment last month on how you can be repetitive, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to recreate content, but being repetitive with a clear message, it's going to build the understanding from your audience, right? Presence and communication must work together, right? What does that mean? Presence and communication. So if you're deciding to show up and be front facing to your audience, you have to be able to clearly communicate. They both work together. Like exactly what I am doing right now with you all. I go live every single day at 1 p.m. I'm showing my face, I'm explaining different topics to you, and I'm being as clear as possible, giving you the facts, not giving you any fluff, but I'm communicating with my audience because this is the things that we need to talk about. We don't need all the fluff about strategy and all this stuff. That has its place, but most people just need first to change their mindset about how they view and see things, and then they need to execute and stop overthinking. Like those are the things that we need to stop doing. We don't need more content pillars. We don't need more content calendars. We don't need, all these strategy sessions. Again, don't get me wrong. Those are needed for a specific time. I offer strategy sessions because sometimes people need, once they get their mindset together, we need a strategy. We need a plan. We need to put things in place. We need to set you up for your goals so that you could be successful, right? But in this particular video, this is what we are talking about, right? Presence and communication must work together. If you are deciding and choosing that you're going to be present like this for your audience, for your content, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be able to communicate whatever it is that you're saying clearly. Get your notes together, read it over and over again, get it in your system so that you can just flow freely and authentically with it, right? And the more you know something and do your research on something, people are going to see, oh, this person knows what they're talking about. Oh, I'm going to stick around because they are influencing me. They are motivating me. They're encouraging me to take a step out and do this whole content thing for my business so that I could be more visible on social media. Okay, so keep those things in mind. Businesses grow through clarity, not just activity. Businesses thrive when somebody knows exactly what your business is for. They thrive off of clarity, okay, not just activity, and it could be a mixture of things that will keep people from or keep people coming back to your brand, right? It could be a mixture of things. It could be your editing skills. It could be the graphics that you use. It could be the clarity of your videos. It could be the clarity in your message. It could be a funny video that you've done to pick up on a trend that was happening, right? You're not solely relying on those trends, but you're mixing it up. You're mixing up your content, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing to do. So businesses grow through clarity, not just activity, right? So let's keep those things in mind. Consistency matters, but clarity matters more. Posting regularly without direction leads to confusion. Repetition of a clear message will build understanding. Presence and communication, they must work together. If you're deciding to be front facing with your audience, they got to work together. Businesses grow through clarity, not just activity. Okay, you can do all the things, but if you're not clear about it, it's just going to look like noise and it's just going to look like mess, in my opinion, right? So that's all I have for today. This one is actually a short one. Anytime I say, oh, this one might be a short one, it ends up being like 10 minutes long, but I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes because I know the attention span of people. I know that people are out here, they're busy, they're working, they're trying to run their businesses, they're trying to balance all of these things. So if you happen to come across one of my videos and you decide to stay, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to keep you long. I am definitely not going to keep you here long. So just remember, consistency works best when the message is clear. Okay. Anytime you post something consistently, make sure it's aligned with your message so that you can stay in that vein of being clear as day for your audience. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Go to my website. You can work with me if you go to the Work With Me tab. And again, remember, I'm here every day at 1 p.m. and maybe next month. I don't know. But thank you for tuning in. Leave some comments below, and I will see you tomorrow.